Hi guys, it's Dan from Lost Oz on. Today I'm going to share a story about, it's just a sequence of events that got me to travel for the very first time. This wasn't how we got to Costa Rica. I actually lived in London for a couple of years in my early 20s, and just how it sort of came about. And I sort of compared my two stories, and they were sort of similar background, the two stories. You know, I had a different situation, the families, and I was with when we came to Costa Rica, and I was by myself when I went to London, but they both sort of came from being fed up and sick of a situation and just wanted to change and experience more. So I remember I think I was 22 and I changed cities. I'd been living in Sydney by myself. All my family lived about 1,000 kilometres away. I lived down there for a few years. Really enjoyed it. Loved the first few years, but you know, the third year started to get a bit old and just wanted to try something different. So couldn't really think of much. I thought, I want to travel, but didn't really get that serious about it. Me and my flatmate, we were best friends and we're still really close friends. Wanted to travel, we talked about it a lot, but you know, we just talked about it. We never really took any steps to do it. So anyway, I moved to Brisbane to be closer to my family. There was a lot of work happening up there at that time. It was a lot of growth, so I thought it'd be pretty cool. So I went up there and I was having a great time. I really enjoyed it. I like Brisbane. It's an awesome city. Glad I moved up there. But I was just like, there was something missing. You know, all my friends were doing their own stuff and were doing the same stuff as well. You know, we'd go out on Friday nights, have some beers and party and do whatever. And I always had a good time. Always enjoyed myself. Loved hanging with my mates. It was great. But I remember it was about a month of weekends doing it every weekend and just waking up in the morning just going, I'm just over this. I remember one morning I woke up hungover, just fed up. That's it. I'm so over this. I got to work out. I'm going to go overseas. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go now. So I got up, I was hungover, went straight down to the travel agent. Didn't really have much money, but I think I had maybe $1,000 in my bank account. And I wanted to go to London, it was the other side of the world. I knew it wasn't going to cut it, but I was just going to see if I could do it on payments. And back then you could. So I went in there and put a $500 deposit down and booked my ticket to go. I think I did this in like a January and it was in April, and my ticket was in August. Yeah, so it was really cool, and the travel agent really thought it was cool how I did it, and he helped me out, booked some cool stuff to do on the way. So I stopped in Thailand for a month, and it was cool. I felt so good that I did that. The travel agent was just near where I worked, and every Friday I'd walk straight after work with my pay and just drop some more money, and I had it paid off in 4 or 5 weeks. It was awesome. And then I was right. Okay, I'm going to start saving and started plugging my money away. I'd still go out and have beers with my friends, but I made it way more selective times. I didn't go just on any single time. I hung with my family a lot more. I had a couple little niece and nephew that were really young at that time. They were between 4 and 2. So I spent a lot of time with that, and I got into playing touch football. And I just changed my hobbies just to be more affordable hobbies. You know, I still wanted to go out and have fun, and I just did that a little bit less. And I knew that I'd be doing a lot of it when I was overseas, so it was just irrelevant. I didn't care what was going on because I knew it was going to be the same old stuff, and I was pretty sure it was going to be the same when I got back. So I just thought, you know, why not do it and just forget about it for a few months. So that's what I did. Just hung with my family, my dad. I spent a lot of time with my dad and my sister, and my mum and brother were living about an hour away. I'd go and see them on weekends, and yeah, it was a really cool time. And I just remember the excitement of it all, and of that time. It started to get a bit long, like, you know, when it was like two months out. I'd already sort of waited 2 months, and it was like, oh no, this is taking forever. But the last month, it was so cool. I was so excited. I remember I got rid of everything I owned and got everything I owned into into a backpack, and I think I left a couple of things at Mum's house, but very little. And I was pre-packed, ready to go. I think about 3 weeks out. That was cool, you know. I loved doing that part of it, and we did the same thing when we came out to Costa Rica. We pre-packed, and it was just, you know, it was the same feeling. It was the same, like, energetic feeling that you're gonna do something different, and it's excitement. This is a new thing, and I was right. When I got back from overseas, it was all the same. My mates were a little bit older. A couple of them were doing a few different things, but you know, it was essentially the same sort of stuff. So I don't know. I just wanted to share the excitement of before travel. I think it's the same for everywhere because I've had it two completely different scenarios, and I had the same excitement, the same joy, I had this sense of freedom, that I'd let everything go and I made a right decision, and strength and freedom, I think, were the two positives that I got out of it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my story. I'll see you next time.